Hey, and welcome back to the Social Studies assignment overview for the week of September 8th. Again, this is being posted on Friday, September 4th, because Monday is our schools are closed in observance of Labor Day. If you don't know what that is, you either weren't watching the video, which means you were ghosting the Zoom meeting, or you may have been out of town. So, anyways, if you want that link to that History Channel segment, let me know and I can send you that link. Otherwise, on with next week. First, and probably the most important, is autobiography maps, the Flipgrid portion, which is the show and tell on the Flipgrid. 12 of you have done it at this point. There are 26 of us in sixth grade, 27 if you count me. So that means 14. We still need to do that. You have through the end of the day on Monday. So 3 more days. Not a big deal. Do the show and tell. Make sure you use the rubric so that you're telling us the 10 points that relate to you on your map, the compass rose, the legend or key. Had some good discussion today about it, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing all of the amazing maps that you all have come up with. Next, our first textbook assignment is going to be an online assignment, and it's going to be reading page 5. So you could read page 5 in the physical textbook, but there's a video, and the only way to get to that video is using the online access. Hey, Mr. Steve, how do I get online? I'm so glad you asked. In case you're wondering how to get online, oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Haha, I'll exit down here. If you go to our Google Classroom and in the classwork tab, again, you will notice that I have changed the structure. I am no longer going to list things by their topic like geography, general info. I'm going to go by when the week that the assignments are being assigned and therefore due. So first thing, material, how to log on to National Geographic Online. I'm going to click that. Here's my written instructions. First, select the link to log onto the curriculum. That's this link right here. Then you have the information about how to find your school, the username. So I would be Stephen W. Somebody else might be Billy Bob J or something like that. Your password is your student ID number. So that's the one that you use to log onto Pathways. It's going to either start with 166, or if you've been here for a while, it might be 165, blank, blank, blank. So if this is confusing, I did a how-to video, which is linked right here. So that is the first part, how to log on. Now that we know how to log on, we're going to go to what is the name of the digital library where something is held. So this is that read page 5, either on the online textbook or in your physical textbook. Watch the video, answer the question. Pretty straightforward. So that is the first part of our assignment. Next, we have either the textbook or online, Chapter 1, Section 1, Vocabulary. So back to my trusty classwork tab, and it will say Development of Human Societies, which is the name of this chapter and or unit. I'm going to click on that. Here are the written directions. So define each vocabulary word, name or place. When you're defining, the glossary, which is in the back of the book, your textbook, and I think even on the online one, has great definitions. You may copy those definitions down word for word because they are written in language that sixth graders are supposed to understand. If you copy word for word out of a random dictionary or a copy and paste, heaven forbid, you might have words in there that you might not understand. Like the origination of the etymology of the word nomad comes from no meaning no and mad being angry. That is not what nomad means. So you'll have to look it up for yourself to figure it out. So after writing the definition, so I'm going to write the definition. Nomad means a people or a group of people who move from place to place. You will either draw an illustration. So if you're artsy and you like drawing, You can draw it. You can use the word correctly in a sentence. Not the Chevy Nomad was a great station wagon in the 1950s. That's not the Nomad that we're talking about. We're talking about Nomad in prehistoric cultures. Or you can upload an internet photo. Please show your illustrations, sentences, or photos in the same way. So if you start with illustrations, go ahead and draw all of the illustrations. If you start with sentences, just give me sentences. If you start with internet images, then stick with internet images. It just makes it easier for me and for you. 20 points for the definitions, 20 points for the illustrations or sentences. And please avoid copying and pasting definitions from the internet. I've been around the block. I can tell the difference between your words and the words of a dictionary writer. So that is known as plagiarism. It is not lawful, and therefore it will earn a grade of a 0. And you are all way too important to be earning zeros. So I want you to do your best on that. So then you will click on the vocabulary here or the how-to video. So it pretty much says what I do, but in greater detail and a little bit slower because I'm talking really quickly now. So you go to the section 1 vocab, and it will be here. There's even an example, a nomad, a person who moves from place to place. And here is an excellent example. You will have these vocabulary words in addition to these names and places. So you're going to define and do a picture for each of these. So that is the vocabulary. That is being posted today, or it just posted. I think it was set to go at 3:30. And so that is available from now, and it will be due on Friday. Just to backtrack, that video is due Wednesday. It's posted already. Watch it Tuesday or sometime Wednesday and answer that question. Then we have our textbook or online textbook. Read chapters 1.1.1. Oh, yep, see, there it is. Through 1.1.4. In other words, read pages 12 through 19. So that's posting today. You have until next Friday to read that. And then you'll answer the questions on the Google Doc. What does that mean? Let's go to probably my favorite place in all of Google Classroom, which is the Classwork tab. And I'm going to come up here. Textbook or online reading and review questions. So here we go. Reading pages 12 through 19 in the textbook. Then using your textbook to help you. That's why we have a textbook, is not to collect dust on the shelf. It's so that you can use it to answer the questions. And you should have your textbook open next to you, not collecting dust on the shelf. So use that textbook, let it help you, and then you'll click on the review questions, and you have 4 sections. There's like 2 pages each. There's only 1 question for each section, which for those of you who are real mathematically minded people, so if there's 1 section or 1 question per section and there's 4 sections, that means there's 1 times 4 or 4 questions total. You can do it. Each question is worth 5 points. Please remember to use complete sentences to receive full credit. One of my favorite sayings, other than everything in life relates to musical theater or Disney. So here's an example. Here's the question. Paleo means old. What do you suppose lithic means? A nice complete sentence answer is, I think lithic means stone because the book mentioned Old Stone Age. You're using evidence from the book. You're using an I believe or an opinion statement. It is nice and complete. Starts with a capital, ends with ending punctuation. Beautiful 6th grade sentence. I know you can do it. All right. Here we go. So you've read the textbook. You use the textbook to answer the questions on the Google Doc. A copy is made for everyone. No need to file and make a copy. Zoom meetings will resume. Resume. Get it? On 11 a.m. Wednesday the 9th and Friday the 11th. I have deleted the old social studies Zoom recurring meeting. Thanks, Google Classroom. So we'll just have one meeting, we kind of like we did today. I'm going to keep it running. We will have a break in the middle, so you'll get your break time. I'm try to be very consistent with that and just try to make it a one-stop shop for everybody. So if you have questions, email Google Classroom, click the subscribe so you can be with all the cool people and hear all of these amazing assignment overviews each and every week. You might even get some additional bonus videos of third grade assignment overviews and third grade math strategies. Who knew? Maybe even a read along. Have a great weekend. It was great seeing you all today on Zoom. I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday.